Good morning, everyone. I'm grateful that we are gathered here at this crucial time to talk about what Congress must do to protect our families. My name is Gary Mendell. I'm the father of 5 children who I love dearly. However, my older son, Brian, is no longer here physically anymore. I've experienced every parent's worst nightmare. I have buried my child. After Brian's death, I was haunted. What could be done to spare other families from this tragedy? I soon left my business and formed Shatterproof. In the last 2.5 years, we have brought together almost 100,000 families across this country and created significant change in 9 different states. And I am now heartened to see that there's now a federal response that this crisis so definitely deserves. So however, I am here to ask for more, because the families around me and the families who are not here today, we need more. We expect more. In 2014, Ebola took the lives of 14,000 people. Congress appropriated $5 billion in emergency funding. The overprescribing of opiates has taken the lives of almost 15 times that number. And as what has been said several times before me, these are not just numbers. It's people. It's people. Overdose has now surpassed traffic accidents as the #1 cause of injury death in the United States. And not one single dollar has been appropriated in new funding. As a former CEO of several businesses, I believe there are 3 simple, clear things that Congress must do in the very near future. #1, finalize a bill that has been talked about and get it to the president's desk for signature in the coming days, not weeks, not months. #2, that final bill must include the incentive clause that's included in the Senate version that requires doctors and prescribers to check a patient's prescribing history before they prescribe a dangerous drug. And #3, we need funding. Let's be clear. This is a great first step, but neither one of these bills, the House version or the Senate version of multiple bills, includes $1 of appropriated funding. If there's not funding added to these bills or added to a new bill in the very near future, nothing has been done. Nothing. I often think of my son's last visit home. We played golf that day. We sat on the back porch and talked about the Mets and the Giants. And the conversation turned to addiction and stigma. And Brian said, "Dad, someday, people will realize I'm not a bad kid. I just have a disease, and I am trying my absolute hardest." Well, that someday that Brian spoke about has been way too far off into the future. Because in the few minutes that I've spoken here just now, 3 others have died. 3 other families destroyed, shattered beyond any repair. For their sake, and for the sake of all these families here today, and for families all across our country, Congress must act on these 3 recommendations. I cannot imagine a more perfect expression of humanity. Thank you.